All right, thank you all for coming. Coach Lewis will give an opening statement in just a second. We are joined by senior linebacker Matt Barr and junior running back Justin Brown. Coach.
Great to be back home. Great to get the first win. Great to score some points. Defense did a fabulous job early on. Did a really nice job containing a very dynamic and dangerous quarterback. Really pleased, in all three phases with the attitude and the effort. A lot of things that we need to clean up. Way too many penalties, way too many turnovers, but things that we can control, things that we can get rectified. But happy for the kids and most importantly for everyone involved with our Flash Fast family to get our first win and to do it at home in front of our fans that came out, in less than ideal conditions. I'm really pleased with the way that our kids performed, and this is something that we can build off of, and looking forward to watching the tape, grading it, but taking 24 hours to celebrate it, because no matter who you win against, you got to appreciate it.
Matt, can you talk about when you prepared for Howard and you played him last year with Newton at quarterback, how did you somehow neutralize him? He was such a force last week against Ohio. What kind of plan do you say now did you go after when you went after Caleb Newton?
Yeah, we knew coming in this week. We watched the tape against OU with those guys, and they're very explosive. They got a great offense, especially a great quarterback, and Caleb Newton. Just trust the defensive coaches and the game plan they put forth. Coach Kaufman and his staff, they do a great job breaking down the tape. They put us in positions to be successful, and then you just got to execute the game plan at that point. You trust your coaching, and it just takes over at that point.
You also, I think John Tess had an interception. It was one of those lower ones, but it seemed like you blunted every drive that in the first half. They couldn't get any momentum until the third quarter. Can you talk about the first team defense so far, and then in that stretch of play?
Yeah, I mean, again, we trust Coach Kaufman to give us the right call. He does a great job with that, and then at that point, it's just execution. We rep it all week. We spend a lot of time in the film room. There's great players on defense, and Jim Jones, Jamal Parker, Elvis Hines. I mean, those guys are just ball players that go out and they know how to execute. I've got full confidence when we step on the field that we can play with just anybody that we go up against. We're confident. We have a strong confidence about that. At the end of the day, you just go out and play football.
Coach, what did you guys key on to slow down that high-powered offense? Because they ran it with the rushing, because that kind of neutralized the whole attack.
Yeah, I mean, I've been preaching on it a bunch, and we'll continue to do it. First and foremost, it starts with stopping the run, and we were able to do that early on. The guys defensively did a great job identifying the formations, the personnel groupings. They really put a lot of stress on you. I mean, there's a stretch of plays there where they got two quarterbacks on the field. They're doing jet motion, and they really force you to be sound. And the defense played with great eyes, did a great job executing the plan. Guys didn't look to do someone else's job, which is a big part of when you're playing teams like that. Where it's truly option football, where they're looking to put stress on you, look to get a guy out of position. That's where big plays happen. The defense did a fabulous job playing with great discipline and stopping the run, which made them a little bit one-handed and got us into third down situations that we could manage, and then really get into some of our packages where we felt good about attacking their protections, and obviously that showed where we were able to affect the quarterback, with the interceptions, the hurries, and things like that, and to get some good solid hits on him. I was really pleased with the way that we finished on the quarterback the right way today.
Justin, for you, kind of against Illinois, you had some big runs, but were kind of stifled. What would it mean for you today to go out and have the game that you did?
I mean, we just stuck to our fundamentals, stuck to what the coaches told us to do. The offensive line, I mean, really, it's the offensive line. We're just running the ball. We do the easy part. I mean, it was a great day, running the ball. Obviously, we had a couple on the ground, a couple turnovers, but I mean, I thought all in all, we had a good day running the ball, and I mean, we're just gonna get better from here.
Just talk about Woody today. It was not the greatest of conditions, but he came up with some solid performances. Talk about your quarterback.
That's Woody Bear, man. Can't go wrong with Woody B. But I love watching Woody play. He's a great playmaker. I mean, he puts us all in the places that we need to be. He knows the offense, goes through his progressions. I mean, Woody's, he's a good ball player. Does what he has to do.
Coach, just all the talk about all the change and of every phase. How's it feel to come out here and really show everybody what you've been talking about?
It's great to win, and I'm more pleased for the kids with the way that they've handled everything over the course of the the past 9 months and everything that we've asked them to do for them to feel again in moments how it all works. To start early, and we told the kids last night that hey, we're going to defer, we're going to kick off, the defense is going to get a stop, we're going to go down and score, and all three phases are going to feed off one another, and they truly got to feel that in moments today. Now, to feel the full culmination of what everything is and the way it all works together, we need to be more consistent, across the board in all three phases. There's still too many moments in time where we lag with basic fundamentals, with some mental focus, with some eye discipline, to where we give up a play or we don't have good ball security because we bounce a run and we keep the ball in our inside hand and it gets punched out when we should put the ball in our outside arm and be able to use our inside arm as a weapon that we can get better at, so that we can really feel what everything is supposed to feel like when we go. But incredibly proud of the kids, incredibly proud of the opportunity that we were able to put forth today and the opportunity to play. Really pleased with the way the kids attacked things today. The weather wasn't a factor, and we talked about that beforehand, and we controlled what we could control. And when we did that the right way, the results came, which was great.
Coach, back to the running game, over 200 yards in the second half on the ground. Talk about just the focus on that, maybe at halftime, or just becoming dominant with the ground game.
Yeah, we talk a lot about every time that we go out, whether it's on practice or a game, to where it's an opportunity for us to define who we're going to be. And, as much as we preach being able to run the football, because everything starts with that, it then allows us to take our down the field shots. After when Isaiah made his one-handed catch, I went down to the O-line. I said, that's all possible because of you guys, because the minute that we started able to run the ball, now they have to start getting their safeties and run support so they can get an extra hat, because they're not able to control it with the box defenders. And because of that, we create a one-on-one situation on the edge. And obviously we have a great pitch and catch on that play, but that's all set up because of what we're able to do at the line. And those guys have done a great job up front with guys playing new positions and guys making second career starts and things along those lines to stay the course, and Coach OB doing a great job making the adjustments on the sidelines and at halftime so that we could get to the proper runs. It was great to just keep pounding away at that and to finally be able to drop the blade and to get some positive rushing yards and to really open the game up was great.
How big was the block punt, Coach, in the course of the game?
Yeah, it was huge. Anytime that you get an opportunity to change the field like that in special teams, where you can provide great momentum and a great spark, and again, it's something that we preached, it's something that we saw. We knew their operation time was something that could be a little bit suspicious, and we were able to take advantage of it. The guys did a great job. And now we just need to do a better job surrounding the football, bending at our ankles, knees, and hips, and that way we can scoop and score and not just, fall on the thing. But it was great. Anytime that you can change the momentum of the game in that phase of the game, it's huge. I mean, there's some crazy stat out there. If you look at, the win percentage when you block a punt, it goes through the roof. Or if you're able to, get a touchdown in special teams, it goes through the roof. Now, obviously, I think of our 13 or 14 penalties, 5 of them were in special teams, which is something that we need to clean up, which is a major area of concern, which we'll address tomorrow.
Between last week and this week, you've been trying deep. For Woody to finally get one and for you to finally see that happen, what would that do for your offense to be able to have someone where you can connect on those?
We always want to have the ability to stretch the field vertically, stretch the field horizontally, and force the defense to cover from the line of scrimmage to the goal line and to use every blade of grass on the width of the field. So by having that on tape now, we talk to kids all the time that every single time that you put something down on film, especially in a game, you're showing your opponent, you're showing our fan base, and you're showing yourselves who we truly are. So we talk all the time, we want to take those downfield shots and we want to complete them, but now that we actually did it, it's become a part of who we are as opposed to a wish and a hope. So it was great to get that connection, and hopefully again we can become more consistent, because there's plays and there's missed opportunities where we should have more plays like that we left out there. So we're just leaving a little bit too much meat on the bone. And these guys know I'm a tough guy to satisfy right now. So, but the expectations will continue to rise. They'll continue to get better and better. And these guys have done a great job meeting those expectations. But it was great to connect on a deep ball. And obviously that brings to life everything on the sideline in the stadium. When you're able to see those pitches and catches, it's a good thing.
Your defense was in some tough spots there, especially end of the first half.
Yep.
I know they were 0 for 6 on 4th down in the first half. Just talk about the ability to quick change and deal with that.
Yep, I mean, they did a tremendous job, and I think a lot of that goes to the testament of the way the kids prepare, the plan that Coach Kaufman had, and the way that we've been able to carry over our training from, whether it be spring ball when we were learning our base concepts, and then training camp as well, where we put so much of an emphasis on situational, football, to where these guys wouldn't know the practice schedule when we came out, and it was for a reason, so we'd stretch, and right away, bam, we'd jump into a goal line situation where they'd have to be ready to go, and it was helping them to prepare them and train them for moments like this, to where, hey, if you get in a tough spot, so what, now what? It's a sudden change. You got to respond. You got to go do your job, and the defense responded in a big time way doing that.
Yeah, talk about that one play where they had a 4th and 1, and Kalen tried to kind of reach the ball. It looked like Jim hit him, and then he just kind of knocked it away. Is that pretty much what happened?
Yeah, I mean, we practiced that play. We saw it that when they get 4th down, that they like to do the sneak play, so we put a check in this week. And then just at that point, again, just that's their coaching. Coach Kaufman had talked to us about that. Coach Wyndham told us that's how we're supposed to play it. So Jim went and took him, and then I tried to hit it up high, and it popped out. And we tried to hunt the ball really hard this week. We were trying to get 5 turnovers, so that was something we emphasized, and it was good to get that one out.
Did you punch it out, or did it just?
I think my helmet hit it. I mean, really, we're just trying to stop it, trying to get off the field and 4th down. That's our job. When they go for it on 4th, we got to get them off the field. So just trying to get the ball back to the offense.
Yeah, I'm good. All right. Thank you.
Cool.